What the hell is this? Somebody's getting... Is that... Wait. He's hunting... That's Jay White, yeah.
Yo, you guys, what the hell with that Dynamite ending? Seriously, like, that was some Scooby-Doo mystery, all kinds of hoopla kind of shit. Like, what the hell just happened? Jay White just got jumped by, like, 4 guys backstage, and some random dude had MJF's mask, like, who's leading the charge? What's happening? And that really wasn't even MJF. Dude was way too skinny. Like, okay, one incredible show, top to bottom, start to finish, with that cliffhanger. Definitely closed out an epic night as we get on the road to Wrestle Dream this Sunday night. Awesome matches, you know, triple threats and fatal 4-ways. MJF, Jay White, future program, that being set up right before our eyes. The Spanish guy, Sammy Guevara, most likely is going to be taking the big W pin this Sunday night at Wrestle Dream, and so much more. Guys, don't worry. Everything, including that crazy cliffhanger to end Dynamite, you're going to hear right here, right now. So make sure to like and subscribe, because newest episode of The Gift of Gabe covering tonight's Dynamite starts right about, let's see if I got it. Oh yeah, now. Okay guys, so first things first, the main event angle was really cool with Swerve and Hangman getting things set up for their match at Wrestle Dream. I thought the segment was really good to, you know, send it home to what's going to be literally one of the best matches of the entire night, hell of the entire year, when the Buckshot meets the Kill Shot. Swerve Strickland meets Hangman Adam Page at Wrestle Dream. God, I've been so hyped for this match. I know a lot of you guys have been too. The match is going to be bar none fantastic, but at the end of the day, I've said before, I'll say it again, Swerve is the one that is going to win this match. Sure, it looks like the fire has been lit a little bit more under Hangman Adam Page due to the words of Swerve Strickland a couple weeks ago. It really kicked his feud off, but it may be just too late, because Swerve is coming to take Hangman's spot, and it's all it's going to take is boom, one kick to the head, and one Swerve stop, or maybe 2, and then 1, 2, 3, done. Swerve will beat Hangman Adam Page, take his spot, and get even closer to becoming AEW World Champion somewhere down the line, because whose house? Swerve's house. Like I said, you really can't put it any better. I can't see Hangman going over. It has to be Swerve. So, for the sake of the feud, you know, making sense story-wise, Hangman's got to drop it. And then maybe the feud extends for a little while. Maybe we see him run it back at Full Gear in like some sort of stipulation match. Or maybe not. Maybe it begins like a long road for Hangman to get back to, you know, reclaiming a spot that Swerve just took from him. But either way, the match is going to be fantastic, and I seriously cannot wait for it. So, Hangman, Swerve, go out there, put on a banger at Wrestle Dream. Okay, guys, so a lot of great matches happened here on the show, pretty much involving the Young Bucks. First off, Nick Jackson, he beat Claudio Castagnoli, and Brian Cage now has a shot against Rey Fenix for the International Championship next week on Dynamite, the 4-year anniversary show. I completely almost forgot. It's wild. 4 years of Dynamite, 4 years of awesomeness, and just so much more. And then Matt Jackson coming out on the losing end in that fatal 4 match between, you know, only half of the tag teams that will be displayed this Sunday night. Matt Jackson went head-to-head with freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, no nickname, Austin Gunn, and Penta El Zero Miedo. Fatal 4-way was great. At the end of the day, though, I'm picking Orange Cassidy and Hook to actually take home the win here. Young Bucks, they're already the Ring of Honor Trio champs, and Nick is going to be, again, fighting Rey Fenix next week. He won't win, but still. So, I'm thinking they're not really going to win the match to get a tag title shot, especially since they fought FTR already. I can't really see it being the Guns, even though they've totally gotten even better since joining the Bang Bang Gang. Guns up, baby. And again, Penta El Zero Miedo, Lucha Bros with Rey Fenix, international champion. I don't really see them winning either. They've all held tag title gold before. So I really think Orange and Hook, the new makeshift tag team, is going to be the ones to walk out with the victory. And I don't know if we'll go as far to them beating FTR or Aussie Open, because Aussie Open may as well walk out with the tag team titles this Sunday night. But I'm still going to be sticking with Orange and Hook, that freaking handsome devil, to walk out with the W and get the AEW World Tag Team title shot that, whether they were trying to or not, they are now looking for. You guys, the Don Callis family is literally on top of the world now. They've got the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara. So much so they're even beating down Ibushi in his own training gym over in Tokyo. And they don't even have Will by God Ospreay, the IWGP United Kingdom champion, ready to join their ranks, for this Sunday. The match is going to be fantastic. Kenny, Jericho, two unlikely partners, literally legendary feud that helped kickstart AEW, teaming up with Kota Ibushi against Sammy Guevara, Will Ospreay, and the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita. Now, I gotta be honest, I think Kenny is probably going to take the L here again, because the theme of the story is that without Don Callis, Kenny just keeps losing and losing and losing and losing. We saw it back at All In. He took the pin from Takeshita there in the 6-man tag, and then we saw it at All Out when Konosuke Takeshita clean in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3, beat Kenny Omega, cementing himself as the Alpha. So, I think the next part of the story is to prop up the newest member of the Don Callis family, Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God. I think Sammy Guevara actually pins Kenny Omega this Sunday night. I could see him pinning Chris Jericho too, to extend that story. Be like, hey, now that I left you, I just got to win over you and prove I'm better than you. But I think it's going to be that Kenny Omega takes the pin. And I feel it's going to make Sammy Guevara prop him up, because he's the newest member of the Don Callis family. So I feel like he's the one that needs and deserves the win. Like I said, the match will be absolutely top tier. So many matches here on this card have potential to steal the show. This one definitely will by far. And again, it's my prediction, but I am taking Sammy Guevara wins the match for the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita, and Will by God Ospreay over Kenny, Jericho, and Ibushi by pinning the former god of pro wrestling, according to Don Callis, Kenny Omega. You guys, to say that Christian Cage has reached a whole another level over this months-long championship run where he keeps having retention after retention after retention is an understatement. The backstage interview that he had with Darby Allin tonight just got you even more hyped for the 2 out of 3 falls match they're going to have this Sunday at Wrestle Dream in Darby Allin's backyard, Seattle, Washington. I said Swerve's going to be winning against Hangman, but only one Seattle boy out of the 2 are walking out with W's. And while Swerve's going to be walking out with his W, Darby, you ain't walking out with yours, bud. I'm sorry, dude. Forever, my dog. We're going up against literally arguably the greatest TNT champion of all time, the father of the century, Christian Cage. Everybody's going to be there. He already called Nick Wayne's mom. He got the digits. Darby, bring your mom, bring your dad, bring every single person that you know. Because Christian Cage, he is coming Sunday to defeat you once and for all. And once again. Because he's not the new champion. He's been champion for months. And he's been, again, one of the best ever, if not the best ever. He's walking out still as a TNT champion, because the forever reign of Christian Cage as our TNT champion is going to keep going long and long into the future. Because he's just that damn good. And if you don't believe me, just watch Wrestle Dream for yourselves when he tears down the house again and proves why he is the one, the only undisputed face of TNT. Okay, guys, there's a lot of stuff to unpack with MJF, Jay White, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong. So let's just get into it. One, if it is for real, we'll get to that later. If it is for real, and Adam Cole did suffer a broken foot after that tumble he took off the stage last week and now has to go get surgery, that is absolutely devastating. He has had such an incredible year since coming back from those back-to-back concussions. Last year, we literally thought his career might have been over and his life was in serious danger. So, if it's true, it's terrible. The stuff he's been doing with MJF has literally been cinema every single time. How the thing with Paul White earlier fishing and then all drinking a beer together was literally hilarious. So if it is true, then it is unfortunate, and I really hope he gets back soon. Honestly, if he can after getting surgery, I would keep him, on screen still with MJF, just without, actually wrestling. Because at least then you could continue it from that sense, and you can still back up MJF. You can still do the bro sessions, which we all have come to love every single week because they keep getting better. So it really is devastating. But, first of two buts, it looks like in the near future we are going to be getting MJF versus, holy shit, Switchblade himself, leader of the Bang Bang Gang of Bullet Club Gold, the man who still says it's still his era, Switchblade Jay White. I did not have that on my bingo card for the night, but oh my god, we will all feast on that. Hell, we didn't even have MJF calling him tofu on our bingo cards for the night, but let's freaking go. Honestly, the second I heard Jay White's music, I was like, ooh, interesting. You want to talk about how probably the biggest threat to MJF's title reign? It's Switchblade Jay White, dude. Now look, this is going to run its course to Full Gear, rightfully so. So I don't know. I could really see MJF retaining here, but I could also really see Jay White finally becoming AEW World Champion. We knew that the second he signed with AEW, it was a matter of when, not if. And with how great Bullet Club Gold has been going with, like I said, Switchblade Jay White, Rock Hard, Juice Robinson, Fully Cocked, Colton Gunn, no nickname, Austin Gunn, and Cardblade. Why not put the belt on them? They are literally one of the most entertaining groups of not just Collision, but of all AEW. So, that future program is literally, Tony, take our money, because we are about to feast on a total banger of a feud between Jay White and MJF. That is, if Jay White is even able to combat this new numbers game that clearly is against him, because he got jumped in the back by 4 dudes. 5 if you including the guy who was literally the ringmaster backstage right at the end of Dynamite. Talk about a crazy cliffhanger. It was insane. There are so many things we could be thinking right now. For one, we know it's not MJF. The dude was way too skinny, but the dude had his mask. Now some people are like, yo, they might fake this out. Cole might not even be that injured, and that was Cole behind the mask, and that was the Kingdom, Roderick Strong, maybe even Kyle O'Reilly. Now, that'd be super crazy, but part of me's like, unless they really did a great job with it, I don't really think they swerved this with the whole Adam Cole injury thing. I think that is for real. But I could see it maybe being that, or maybe this is a whole new faction, new group that maybe MJF has something to do with, or maybe doesn't even have anything to do with at all, that just decided to make their name by beating the crap out of Jay White. Honestly, though, the cliffhanger was great. A fantastic way to end a fantastic night here on Dynamite. And I literally cannot wait to see this Saturday's Collision to maybe see how they follow up with this, because Bullet Club Gold is one of the groups that runs Collision. So I'm sure Jay White will have something to say about getting jumped to end Dynamite tonight. So until then, let the Scooby-Doo mystery continue. And let's tune in next week or this Saturday to see who the man behind the mask maybe was. Okay, you guys, that is Dynamite. We are Dunsky. Put it in the rear view mirror. We are done. Still so much coming up this week alone. John Cena, he's looking like he's in a handicap match against Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso of the Bloodline, because Jimmy thinks he's in. But I'm sure a certain megastar by the name of L.A. Knight, will come up to save the day and be Cena's partner for Fast Lane, baby. Rey Mysterio will defend the United States Championship against Santos Escobar of the LWO, and so much action. And then you got another awesome collision, like I said, this Saturday night, which I'm sure we'll get to at least hopefully some answers as to what the hell happened at the end of Dynamite tonight, which was super crazy. But then this Sunday, Wrestle Dream, the big night to honor Antonio Inoki. We got a stacked card, and oh boy, is it going to be good. Absolute Ricky Starks. This match just got added to the card versus Wheeler Yuta of the BCC. And speaking of BCC, guess what? The dream match. Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, versus arguably the best technical wrestler in the entire world, Zack Sabre Jr., FTR, Aussie Open for the AEW World Tag Team titles. MJF going in alone against the Righteous in a 2-on-1 handicap match for those Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. Swerve, Hangman, and so much more. Guys, trust me, you're not going to want to miss any of these shows coming up, and you're most certainly not going to want to miss what your boy, the best gabber in the biz, has to say afterwards. So, please keep doing what you're doing. Like, subscribe, all that cool shiz, and most importantly, remember that when it comes to talking wrestling, who better to gab with than Gabe right here. Okay, guys, I will see you after Friday Night SmackDown this Friday night to see the reunion and megastar tag team of John Cena and L.A. Knight. Yeah. Team up to combat the bloodline. Deuces, party people. I'm out of here.
Yeah!